everyone, and welcome to this week's Mystic Moonstone Weekly Angel Card reading. The duration for this reading is the 26th of March through to the 1st of April. As you can see, we're getting a little bit more organised, but still not quite there. So if anything's wrong, I can't even find the podium that I normally put the camera on. Everything's in boxes everywhere. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the cards have in store for us this week. Woo! Can't even shuffle right. I think my hands have gone numb from scrubbing. Okay, let's have a look. We have Archangel Gabriel, and we have the card that's called the Art, but I like to call it the Artist. Archangel Gabriel is the angel of new beginnings. He's the angel that brings inspiration, and he's also the angel of communication and children. So before I look at an influence card, I just want you to remember all those areas, because he's quite a busy angel, is Archangel Gabriel, not just at Christmas time. Comes in handy at Easter as well. Okay. And we have the colour healing card. Okay, so it may be that colour inspires you. It may be that you feel that you need some colour in your life. Maybe something will say something to you that you feel that you need to respond to in not a mediocre way, but a more colourful way. Okay. Please don't all send in complaints that I'm saying to paint the air blue. I'm not saying that, but just speak with your colours. Communicate yourself clearly, because I feel that someone out there isn't communicating what they want to communicate. Okay, let's go to midweek. Just going to start chasing the sunbeams, and there's nothing I can do because I haven't even got any blinds up at the moment. Oh dear. And we have Archangel Israfel. Interesting, I was saying about the Christmas angels, and I always feel this angel comes out a lot around Christmas, simply because quite often music comes out around that time that reminds us of our loved ones. Okay, Archangel Israfel is known as the voice of heaven. He connects us with music, and he also connects us with singing our own life song. So again, like I was saying with that first card, I feel that this reading is really going out to people that for some reason are not expressing themselves, not singing their life song. Thank you, they've turned the sunshine down a little bit. I love the sun, but it was in my eyes. Okay, let's have a look and see what the influence card is. It won't be a long reading because I'm completely out of my zone still. It's hard to keep in the zone and carry on doing DIY jobs, to be honest. But anyway, okay. And we were just talking about how hard it is for me to keep in my zone, because I felt like I'm having this kind of personal battle between work and getting things done, just juggling it all. Typical being a woman, I suppose. And the card I have is Battle. When this card comes up, it's not something to panic about. It doesn't mean you've got war coming in. And quite often, the battles I find when people get this card, it's more about inner battles. It's more about battling yourself. It's about, you know, getting that sense of balance. Like I was just saying, you know, sometimes we find ourselves in conflict with ourselves because we're trying to do everything. We're trying to achieve everything. We're trying to be everything we want to be and everything that everyone else expects us to be. And somewhere in the jungle of that, we all turn into headless chickens, or I do. And it's not a strong, empowering place to be. So sometimes in order to be able to sing our life song, okay, like what Archangel Israfel is all about, in order to be true to ourselves and express ourselves like what that first card is saying, we need to first of all resolve that inner conflict, work out what battles are worth fighting, what ones aren't, and, you know, just learn to kind of take life at a different speed, I suppose, you know. Don't focus so much on all the little things, okay? Quite often when I speak to people who are going through anxiety problems, and I speak to a lot, and it seems to be like every day there's a new person with some kind of anxiety issue, and quite often it's almost like they're overthinking things, and you know, and they're battling with themselves. And what I want to say is just take a deep breath, just step back, and just be blessed that you got out of bed this morning, you know, because there'll be somebody somewhere who won't be able to, who would give anything just to have that chance to be able to sweat over the little things. And we have the card of surrender. Now it's interesting because, you know, the way I'm talking to you, the way it's coming in today, the way I feel, I never know which way I'm going to direct my cards. I never know what I'm going to talk about when I start to do these videos, and that can be quite overwhelming at times, especially when you're not in a complete kind of chilled out zone yourself, you know, and you think, well, I get there and just go and not know what to say. It never really happens with me. But what I am feeling, the direction that I feel my guides are kind of pushing me down towards, manipulating the reading, the way the cards are coming out, is about singing your own life song, is about not trying to be what anybody else wants you to be, and to actually go with the flow of it, you know, to surrender to where your life wants you to go, because that's where your soul's trying to take you, you know. And sometimes we spend so long worrying about all of this could go wrong, what could go wrong, how could it go wrong, where will I be in 5 years' time? You know, I hate that question. You know, all those kind of things that we forget about the moment, we forget about where we are right now. Okay, and probably where I am right now is having my head cut off, because I don't even know if I've got that at the right height. Okay, I've got the Angel of Diet and Nutrition's come in. Seems like a strange one to have on the end of this, but you know, it makes perfect sense, especially at the moment I'm quite sort of into my diet and into my nutrition. And you know, and I've spoke to various people about this, and you know, sometimes in order to feel empowered, you have to feel good on the inside. This isn't about losing weight, it's not about gaining weight, it's actually about feeling energised, okay? And that kind of goes with the colour healing, because in colour healing, quite often we use colour, foods and colour together. So for instance, if you need more red energy, eat more red foods, you know, eat more red peppers, tomatoes, you know, that sort of thing. If you need something more balancing, then bring in the greens. If you want something that's going to kind of give you a little bit of a zest for life, have a piece of pineapple, okay? You know, so there's, you know, fruits are really a great way of getting that colour in, so are vegetables, but you know, it's all about knowing what energy your body needs and listening to it. And you know, sometimes that's important. And you know, the interesting thing is we all say we need chocolate all the time, or I don't like chocolate, but people say, and I know I used to like chocolate, but very rare do people really crave the colour brown in their life. Very, very rare. You know, it's alright occasionally just for a little bit of grounding, which I suppose is what chocolate does. It kind of calms you down, doesn't it? You know, but it's all the other colours that you have to focus on. They're the colours bringing that energy in. That's what gives you the zest for life. And you know, that's all about positivity and staying positive and staying in your power. Okay, so to me that card goes perfectly in there. Okay, so just a quick recap from Al, because I know he's going to be doing this when he's going to be half asleep and he won't know whether he's coming or going. But the first card we have is Archangel Gabriel, and it's what I call the artist, but it's the art card. And we also have colour healing coming in with that. We go to midweek, I can do this very quickly. We have Archangel Israfel, who's the angel of music, but this is about you learning to sing your song, which goes with the Archangel Gabriel, which is about communication. See, goes quite well. The influence card with that is the card of battles, but it's not about you having war with everybody around you, it's about you actually ceasing that war that's inside you. It's about you actually resolving that inner conflict. It's about you deciding what you want and why you want it, and whether it's worth going after or it's not worth going after. And then sort of saying, okay, I'm going to go with this. Because what I think you'll find when you do all that, you'll realise that you just need to surrender, you know. And Archangel Azrael, he's known as the angel of ending, so I know a few of you are probably panicking that we've got an Archangel Azrael there. But I love that card because it's a golden path of opportunity. And it's about, you know, there's a dove at the end of it, you've got the green growth on either side. So this is about growing, this is about getting balance. If you notice, there's like a sense of balance in that. And going down that golden pathway of opportunity and following what you love. Surrendering to what you love, because quite often when we're battling through life, we're doing things we don't want to do. We're on timetables we don't want to do. We're fitting to other people's expectations of us. You know, sometimes we just have to listen to what we want to do. You know, if something makes you happy, then it's worthwhile. You know, even if you find you haven't got as much money as Mrs. Jones next door, or you haven't got as many possessions as Mrs. Smith on the other side, that doesn't matter. If you're in the middle and you're happy, that's the main thing. If you're doing something that makes you happy. And, you know, I think that's what we look back on. Quite often when I look back on days, it's the days that make me really happy. Not the days that I've spent the most money or made the most money or anything like that. It's the days that just genuinely make me happy. Okay, so the angel of diet and nutrition. Now, when you read this card, it actually says, pay attention to what you eat and drink. You intuitively know what's good for you. So this isn't about weight loss, it's not about weight gain, this is about feeling good. It's about zest. That's what I want to use. When I'm looking at all these cards, I'm getting this lovely yellow, and yellow always reminds me of zest. And I want to say, it's time to put zest back into your life. It's time to put the positivity back into your life. Okay. With that, I will say love and light to you all, and I will leave you with that. Thanks for watching. Love and light. Bye. Hello, and welcome to the personal reading. Again, I apologise if the top of my head is being cut off. I really can't tell because I haven't got the normal height that I normally use. The camera's literally balanced on paint pots. So I'm hoping I've got it about right. Okay, let's have a look. Get something out the back. Okay, and we have Jacqueline Humphrey. Congratulations, Jacqueline. Oops, I'm doing the wrong cards there. I don't know if you're meant to have one of them. I'll call you one of them once I get the Archangel card, I think, because I was really drawn to that pile of cards, deck of cards. I don't know if I can call them a deck because I've split them, so yeah, that pile. Okay, we was talking in the main reading. I often find when I do these personal readings, they kind of connect with the main reading. I don't know why that is, it just happens, but it, you know. And it's to take back your power card. It's Archangel Raziel. Now, we all know he's the mystic of the angels. I feel he's coming in around you because there is a real intuition in you. But you really have to connect with it. And the more you connect with it, the more empowered you will feel. Okay, I hope that makes sense, Jacqueline, but that's just the way it's coming in. Oh, my cards are so old and tatty. I really need to buy new ones, don't I? But anyway. With this one, the angel on here looks almost like an elder statesman. Okay, now, I don't feel that I've actually got Spirit Link with me. It's probably because I'm so stressed today and everything's a little bit, and I'm not really haven't had a chance to meditate properly or anything. But I always have a connection with my guides, and they're saying that's very much like the man who comes around you. And that there's a man, I want to say, possibly I wouldn't count him as elderly, but middle age, if that makes sense. And because that's the energy that my guides are giving me. I've not got a direct contact with him. I apologise for that. But my guides are saying there's a middle-aged man who comes around you, who has got a lovely authoritative figure, feels very fatherly, feels like he would have embraced everyone, feels like he would have taken care of everyone. You're a lot like that. You try and solve everyone's problems, Jacqueline, and sometimes it's like, in doing so, you lose a part of yourself because there's not enough time for you. And sometimes we have to be selfish and take that time for us. And I feel that there's problems that are going on a daily basis around you currently that's stopping you from having the time to do what you want to do. The one thing that I picked up on when I looked at this card was the yellow, so I feel that it's some kind of learning or some kind of course you want to do, but then there's a part of you thinking, is it a waste of time, should I just be buckling down and doing something else? But I kind of feel, yes, you need to do it because I feel that will bring back your sense of personal power and make you feel better. Now, I promised you I was going to get you one from here because I feel that you needed one from here. So, My hands are so numb. That's the trouble. That's the trouble. And it's always hard when my hands are numb. Scrubbing paint off the floor didn't really help that. Okay, let's have a look. We have the card of home. Okay, I love this card when it comes up, and you know, this is about putting down roots, but also about branching out. It's about knowing that you are safe and you are secure in a home environment. Now, I feel for you it goes a little bit further, and I want to say there's something connected to homes, to maybe helping other people with homes, helping people to feel empowered. So just watch out for where this comes in, because that's how it's kind of feeling. I kind of get that sense of branching out, so I feel there's an opportunity to do something along this way. But also, I was talking about learning earlier, and I feel that there's an opportunity to do some kind of learning where you will do a majority of the learning at home. Okay, so I don't know if this is an open university course, an online course, but I feel it's something where you will be sitting and doing a majority of that course at home. And what I want to say is you can fit it in. It will help you. It will help you again to kind of branch out into what you want to do. And I also feel, Jackie, that there's the possibility for you to follow two paths at once, that you don't just have to go down one path, you don't just have the day job and then an interest. I kind of feel that you could actually make both important, viable, workable pathways for you towards your future. And when the time is right, you will know one will become, do you know when you've walked through the forest and sometimes you've got like two pathways and then one kind of just veers away into nothing, into the bushes, but one gets stronger, and you think, ah, that's the path I'm following. And that's how I feel your life will go, okay? So you don't have to worry, because both those paths at the moment are kind of running parallel, but they will kind of make a change. One will go on more stronger, and one will just kind of fade away to nothing. And I feel the one that's going to fade away to nothing would be the first one you was on, and the second one is the one that will get stronger. Ah, this card has come up again. Colour healing, so something to do with colour therapy, working with colour, bringing it in, connecting with your own colours, working out your colours, maybe God help you a little bit of home decorating as well, because we've got the home card there and the colour healing card, where, you know, colour does heal, colour brings in that energy, okay, and it is important to get the colours that are right for you. That's really, really important. And also, if you're helping others with their homes, to make sure that, you know, you're very aware of the colours that work with them, okay. One of the reasons why I think this has all taken so long is I kept bringing home cut samples of wallpapers and putting them on the wall, literally, and just leaving them there, because I want to see how that colour interacted with me. And it turns out, because of the light in this room and everything, I needed a very kind of a light colour, okay, I needed that energy. But then I kind of felt I needed gold, and then, you know, and gold is the same as yellow, which is uplifting. So I needed that upliftment, but I also needed, yellow helps with communication, which is a film here, so that makes sense. And also it brings in, it helps us to learn, okay. And so it's all the things that I need, and the reason I'm explaining that is I feel you need to really focus on what colours you need around you, because it's really, really important. So spend some time getting to know what colours you need around you. If you're helping others with their home, do the same for them, okay. But watch out, because I really feel that healing, education, knowledge is all coming in, and I just feel this is how you are going to do exactly what's on that card and take back your power. Okay, I hope that's helped a little bit. Everybody else, you know how to get your name in the back. Okay, love and light to you all. Bye.